Good afternoon, it's Andrew Smith from Royal LePage, Kelowna. Welcome to Coffee with Andy for Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. Today, Kettle Valley Coffee House, Main Street, Kettle Valley. This might be the #1 strip mall in the entire planet. Fitness, liquor store, pub, dentists, dry cleaning, convenience store, everything. You live up at pizza. I'm gonna keep picking these things as we go along. But anyway, if you need anything, if you live up here, you really don't need to go into town for milk, which is, was always the knock on Kettle Valley. It was kind of too far, but now, yeah, it's a nice little spot. They allow dogs. It's a neighborhood feel. Kira here lives up here, and every single person that's come in has said hello. So it's got a pretty good neighborhood vibe. New construction, a lot of building going on up here, which is good. Commerce is taking place in Kettle Valley. We're gonna look at the first quarter of Kelowna housing now that it's in the books. Every once in a while, when you immerse yourself in the real estate market on a daily basis, you kind of see what's going on, but not really. And I think every once in a while you need to press the pause button, step back and look around and see what's happening. So we've been dealing with relatively small sample sizes. When you have a quarter, and we've had 3 months in the books now for Kelowna, you can step back and look and, objectively look at the numbers from an arm's length position. We're down, there's two groups of buyers. There's, I guess, what we'll call the first group, regular people who are being transferred, people who are getting married, they need a place to live. Students moving in, they need to buy a place for 4 years. Transferees, we'll just call them typical home buyers. They're here, they're not slowing down, they're back. The second group still are sitting on the sidelines, the speculators, the people putting land assemblies together, people dipping their toe in the water, someone who might want to buy, hoping to move here in 5 or 10 years when they're retiring. The second group still aren't participating, and that's fine. We know they'll come back because historically they always have. They just haven't. But locals buying from locals, people moving here, moving away from here, moving from Glenmore to Rutland to Glen Rosa to the west side, those guys are still participating in our housing market, and thank goodness. So they're keeping the numbers relatively stable. During the first quarter, we did have 415 residential sales. That's not bad. When you compare it to the 782 that sold in the first quarter of 2022, it looks bad. It's down 42%. But now that all ends, because the first quarter of last year was really the last 3 months of the insanity. Then things kind of got back to normal, and we're in the new normal. We're in a normal where we're dealing with normal problems. We're dealing with things like interest rates. We're dealing with things like not enough housing inventory, not enough houses to look at. So these are things we deal with. People saying, "I'd like to sell, but I've got nowhere to go." These are things we've always heard. We've heard these for 30 years, and we're going to hear them for the next 30 years. You can't really, that never ends. So it's nice to have things kind of getting back to normal. The reason the numbers have been down are because of interest rates, full stop. Period, full stop. If interest rates are going up or interest rates are going down, people sit back and say, well, it might continue going down, or I'm going to wait to see where this goes. But if you have something stable, then we can all kind of sit back and say, yeah, that's where they are. What can I afford? Okay, I can afford this. Let's go look at houses. I'd like to see 20. Oh, there's only 2. Okay, well, let's go see them. That's just the housing market we're in. So I'm going to say, all in all, we're at about a C plus B minus. And we've escaped the winter, and here we are in the spring. Everyone's optimistic. as am I. And yeah, looking forward to certainly looking forward to the next 3 months. Thank you again for watching. Andrew Smith, Royal LePage Kelowna. I'll talk to you next Tuesday.